Good morning, everybody. Welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy on Saturday, the 8th of June 2024. So we have some astrology for you. This is your morning message tarot reading. Some astrology. It's fairly quiet today. We have the moon in Cancer all day, and it's not actually making any aspects. And then we also have Venus in Gemini making a square to Saturn in Pisces. So it's a day to stop, to pause, stop, look at sort of your relationships, and are they working or not? Is there a good degree of reciprocity, or is it a very unequal balance? And yeah, decision when we've got Venus square Saturn aspects, it can signify end of relationships or things, or at least sort of, challenges and conflict, because that's the only aspect today that might take centre stage. The key with the moon, with your intuition, with your inner world, retreat into your protective self-care and nourishment. Look after your own needs. Okay, if it looks like arguments and things, maybe retreat into yourself until the energy passes. So let's do some cards for today and see what the cards want to tell us about this energy. So we're going to use the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck, and I'm going to use the Cat Tarot. Or the Cat People Tarot. It's not the Cat Tarot, is it? It's the Cat People Tarot. So let's just see, what do we need to know? What do we need to know for Saturday the 8th of June 2024? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? So, okay, at the bottom we have nature spirits. And spiritual cleansing. And stormy. Okay. So what I'm getting for this energy is to spend time out in nature today and ground any energies. Give yourself a real good spiritual cleansing. So that can be grounding exercises into the earth. You can use water, rivers, waterfalls, the sea. If you're lucky enough to be around water, or if it's raining, also good for spiritual cleansing. Fire and smoke from a fire, jumping over the fire, writing sort of, all your concerns and everything into a piece of paper, write it all out, and then put the paper into the fire to burn and transmute. Because the waters could be stormy. So if things come up, remember to take care of yourself. There may be even going as far as things like cord cutting, soul retrieval, soul rescue, returning bits of people's soul to them. But yeah, a day of just taking care of yourself, and avoiding sort of getting caught up in the stormy waters as much as possible. So let's do some tarot and see what we want to know. Okay, card at the bottom of the deck, 5 of Wands. There could be competition, challenge, strife. Okay, so take care of yourself. Let's see what the tarot wants to tell us. So what do we need to know for Saturday, the 8th of June 2024. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? So, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Eight of Wands. Okay. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the King of Swords. And we've got the Six of Cups. Clarifiers. We've got the Three of Cups. We've got the Devil. He's been showing up a lot this last week, hasn't he? And we've got the Magician. Okay, we have the magic within us to deal with the devil. What's going on in the subconscious, in the shadows? We've got the Two of Wands. We've got the Three of Wands. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Chariot. We've got the Five of Pentacles. We've got Justice and Temperance and Strength. And the High Priest. And the Ten of Pentacles. And the Nine of Cups. And the Four of Swords. Okay. Ooh. Okay, and then we've got the Eight of Cups, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers. Okay, that all seems to be speaking to me about that Venus square Saturn today. Okay, so we'll have all of those out and see what the advice is. Okay, so we've got more. I'm just going to put those at the end there and talk through those when we get to them. But yeah, there's a lot going on in the shadows today. A lot going on beneath the surface. So, okay, where we find ourselves today, we've got the Knight of Pentacles here. Okay, so the Knights for me is the mutable energies of the elements. So Knight of Pentacles, Air of Earth, mutable Earth, which is Virgo energy. Okay, so Virgo energy is an earth sign connecting into that nature spirits. There's also about sort of how we look after our physical needs. Okay, so you may be slowing down to consider how you get your needs met and how your needs are being met by yourself, but also within relationships as well. Okay, do you sacrifice yourself for other people? Okay, but it's a slowing down. There's a real slowing down, and it's slowing down because the energy's been so fast. This last few days, this last couple of weeks. Especially, it's been really fast. We've got the Eight of Wands here as the energy that's moving away. Okay, it's leaving where we've come from. There might have been a lot to integrate. There might have been, might have been overwhelmed with stuff coming in, but this energy is sort of moving away now. And definitely for today, it's that pause and stop energy. Our foundation, what's beneath our feet, is the King of Pentacles. So this is cardinal earth. This is fire of earth. This is Capricorn energy. What are you wanting to build and create? Okay, then this just reminded me of a conversation I had with a student a couple of weeks ago who was there. Do I stay where I am in my marriage or anything, or do I go with this new guy? And my advice to her was to find yourself. Stop worrying about either of those and go out and find yourself first. That's the message I'm getting with this. Within relationships, who are you? And what do you want to build for yourself? And does your relationship support that? Does your relationship need to change? Is it time to go out on your own? Okay, but that's the core question today is, what do you want to build? Who are you in this relationship? And the message from Spirit, we've got another king. We've got the King of Swords here. So this is cardinal air, fire of air, which is Libra energy. Where the King of Pentacles is mastery of our physical realms, making money, building our home, building our physical life that we want. Okay, the King of Swords, cardinal air, fire of air, mastery of our mind. Okay, Libra energy, balancing the scales of justice. Justice has come out in the subconscious, so we could be being directed to balancing the scales of justice, and having mastery of our mind. There could be, swords of truth coming in as well with the King of Swords. Epiphanies from Spirit. Opening your eyes to what you've not seen before and suddenly seeing the truth. Okay. And then what we're moving into is the Six of Cups. So those revelations and those questions that you're asking yourself may cause you to look back into the past, reminisce, maybe reminiscing about a relationship, where it's been. Is it sort of relationships change and mature over time, and within those relationships, both parties, their needs and their wants and their desires change over time. Sometimes one party grows without the other one, and they're no longer sort of having the same vibration anymore, and that can be parting ways doesn't necessarily mean that anybody's at fault. It can just mean that sort of, you started to go on different trajectories. Okay, but you may, in seeing this truth, in this stormy, challenging day, of looking at what you want, you may be reminiscing about into the past, about where this relationship's come from. Maybe somebody from the past comes into your life today, and sparks things, sparks questioning and things like that. The clarifiers. We've got the Three of Cups here. So the Three of Cups is a card of celebration. It's building on the Two of Cups. So where the Two of Cups is just the two of you together, the Three of Cups is taking it to the next level. So it can be proposals, and things that are, calls for celebration and things like that. So taking the relationship to the next level, taking a relationship out, maybe, becoming exclusive, introduced into your friends and things. Maybe that's part of what you're questioning. Because we've got the Devil there, and the Devil is about limitations, restrictions, obsessions and addictions, and putting matter over spirit. Okay, being in the 3D, and physical concerns, above spiritual concerns. So again, there may be things being highlighted in this relationship that's making you go, oof, didn't see that before. Maybe you've been in an unconscious relationship and suddenly you can see that, and it makes you sort of step back and go, oh, I didn't see that going on. But then next to the Devil, we have the Magician. So you have the power within you to transmute that energy. Okay, so it may be, the thoughts and the ideas coming through and being transmuted through the elements, through you internally and manifest it out into the world. Okay, this could come back to the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. It's interesting that we've got the King of Swords in the above position, thoughts and ideas and things like that. And then our foundation, our base, is the King of Pentacles, that what we're grounding out into the physical world. Okay, so that's what's going on consciously. Let's dive deep into the subconscious because there's a lot going on here. Okay, so we start off with the Two of Wands. So in this new epiphany, this new understanding, this new consciousness, we stand and we look at the out over the horizon. We look at the opportunities and the openings and the potentials and the possibilities. We consider everything. Okay, sort of, are we still going in the same direction? Do we still have the same needs and wants and desires? Have I been sacrificing my needs and wants and desires within this relationship? And look at the reciprocity and things like that. So we're looking out. And then we're going to set intentions. So the Three of Wands. So the two developing into the three from what we're looking at. Then we decide on a direction. We set intentions about sort of where we want to go. With the Seven of Pentacles, which is patience. Okay. It's nothing. With the Knight of Pentacles in the centre of the reading, there's no rush to do anything. We don't need to throw the baby out with the bath water and things like that. But we can be patient. We can allow things to unfold even. Okay, just because we see a new side to a relationship or we see something from a new perspective, we don't have to rush in and do anything. We can go, okay, let's see how this unfolds. Then we've got the Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot is about having head and heart going in the same direction. Consciousness and subconscious. Okay, the Chariot card, you've got two cats or two horses or two lions or two sphinxes or whatever, pulling a chariot. And for me, they represent the head and the heart, or the conscious and the subconscious mind. And it's like, sort of, if they're going in opposite directions, you're not making progress. Okay, you're just going to pull apart. So we want our head and our heart to go in the same direction. Okay. Also, what I'm getting as well, because it's a reading that seems to be around relationships, is that you and somebody else going in different directions, can you bring yourselves back together and make progress in the relationship? That's an unusual meaning for the Seven of Chariots, the Chariot. But in the context of today's reading, that could be part of the issue. And then we've got the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so we see the lack, what's missing. Okay, are we expecting another person to, provide everything for us, all our abundance and everything, all the love to take care of us? This is a card of turning inwards and connecting to your own heart, meeting your own needs instead of expecting somebody else to meet all your needs, or looking out and compare. Sort of the Seven of Pentacles is often about, the lack we see when we look out and we compare ourselves to other people. Okay, again, in today's reading, I'm seeing it as about, turning inwards and tuning into our own needs and asking how we can meet our own needs. So we meet our own needs from our heart. We've got Justice. So we had that King of Swords. We've now got Justice, which is ruled by Libra. And this is a balancing of the scales. It can be a karmic readjustment. Okay, so something that's coming up, we're looking and pausing and assessing what's going on in our relationships. With Temperance, again, another card of balance. There's nothing, well, there is later on, there's a maybe walking away. But before we do anything, before we make any decisions, we're balancing things. We're We're looking at things from a balanced perspective, and we're tuning into our inner strength. Okay, bringing our power back to ourselves. Maybe we've been giving our power away within the relationship. Okay, again, tied in with that Five of Pentacles, turning and looking inwards, pulling our power back to ourselves, connecting into what our needs, our desires, our wants are from deep within. What are our passions? Okay, and then we've got the High Priest. Okay, so this is about sort of connecting to spirit, having one foot in the spiritual realms in the 5D, one foot in the physical realms in the 3D, and being your own spiritual bridge, being your own inner guru, your own spiritual guide, your own inner teacher, to create what you want in life. The Ten of Pentacles, and though they're not showing it in this card, often in the Ten of Pentacles, the 10 Pentacles are in the shape of the Kabbalistic tree of life. And for me, and type, because it's next to the High Priest or the Hierophant, it's about doing the inner work to create the outer work. Okay, often in relationships, you know, we're first of all attracted to somebody who has something about them that we lack in ourselves, or we perceive it we lack in ourselves. And the relationship can be about sort of learning that and then bringing it into ourselves. On the other side of that, we can find ourselves projecting all our inner shadows onto the other person. So making everything the other person's fault. Okay, so again, coming back to doing this inner work. Okay, well, it might be, what are you projecting onto the other person? That is really your responsibility. Okay, then we've got the Nine of Cups. So this is the emotional wish card. What do we want to wish for about this relationship? Or if not this relationship, from a relationship. What do we want, what do we want to manifest? Okay. Who is your ideal sacred counterpart, divine counterpart? Okay, if you are sort of no longer vibrating on the same frequency, maybe one of you's been doing loads of work and the other one hasn't. Okay, and you're just sort of slipping away. Okay, can you bring yourself back into balance and become your own, your each other's divine counterpart again? Or is it a parting of the waves to find new people that are more on each of your frequencies, setting the intention? Then we've got the Four of Swords. And although this is a swords card, it always makes me think of the moon in Cancer. Okay, it's retreat, it's taking care of ourselves, it's self-nurturing, okay, looking after our needs. And then we've got the Eight of Cups here, so an emotional walking away. So that can be walking away from a situation you've become comfortable in, but it can also be walking away from emotions, ideas, unconsciousness in a relationship, and walking away from that and becoming more conscious. Okay, I know we often look at this as a physical thing, but with the Devil here, it can be walking away from old behaviours and things like that. Okay. And then we've got the Hermit, and we walk away and we go inwards. Okay, we go into our wisdom. We connect to our inner wisdom, which is in there with our inner strength and our passion and everything, and our power. You know, those lower three chakras, root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra. Okay, that's where our inner knowing, our inner wisdom is. So connecting in with that. And that changes things because we move on to the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune here. So again, as always, as we do the inner work, as we see where we have been unconscious or we've been projecting the shadows onto the other person instead of doing our inner work, when we do show up and do it, it changes things, which then leads to Lovers. So it's either a balancing within yourself of divine masculine and divine feminine energies, or you and the other person. There's a chance, as you do the work, as you change the energies in looking at sort of what's not working, it can bring you back together. Okay, so let's go on to my little extra pile. So we've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, cutting away the crap. The stuff that's not working. Okay, having clarity and vision. For me, the queens are the fixed signs, fixed elements of the signs. So fixed air, water of air, Aquarius energy, which would go back to that Temperance card, and the water bearer. And although the Temperance is ruled by Sagittarius, and the star is ruled by Aquarius, there's still that energy of the water bearer. Okay, and the balancing the energies, but it's also visionary, future focused, independent, insightful, clever, okay, intelligent. So if you suddenly see that you've been unconscious in a relationship, coming back to yourself, okay, and knowing and coming back to your independence, pulling your power back. Then we've got the 10 of Cups. So this is the emotional living over the rainbow in the land of happy ever after. Start visioning what that looks like for you. Okay, and make a plan to create it, because we've got the Ace of Pentacles here. Okay, so we create the vision, we plant the seeds, we tune in and listen to our higher self and source with the High Priestess. And we go on the journey with the moon, the ebb and the flow, of getting from where we are to where we want to be. It's the Ace of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, but we know we know it's not going to be sort of all really instant transformation and things like that. Occasionally you get that, but often there's work to be done. The seeds need to go, and this comes back to the Knight of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles and the patience in this. Okay, so we've got the moon there. Then we've got the sun to shine our light. This can also be with the sun and the moon coming out together between now and the next eclipse season, which is September going into October, on the Aries Libra on the Aries Libra axis, which is the me versus the we. Okay, us in our sovereignty and us in relationships. Interesting. This is a bigger reading than I was expecting it to be. Okay, then we've got the Ace of Wands, because in doing this and in coming back to yourself and being in your core energy, having, I was talking about conscious and subconscious being in balance with the Chariot. So the moon, in astrology, the moon is our inner self, our private self, and the sun is our core identity and ego and what shines out. Having those in balance as well. Then we've got the Ace of Wands, that spark of initiation, and inspiration and passion. Okay, with the Death card of leaving a part of us behind, something coming to an end with the world, the end of a cycle. So as always, this doesn't have to signify external stuff. It can be the inner transition and transformation that transforms the relationship. If it is an outer relationship, if you've got that Venus square Saturn energy going on, that it doesn't necessarily have to be outer. It can be the inner stuff as well, our inner relationship. But more often than not, it is about limitations with it, around sort of, how we love, who we love, our relationships, how we share. So again, it can be inner or outer. But Saturn is the taskmaster, the mentor, the one that makes you take responsibility. So whether it's internal or external, today's all about taking responsibility, but it's good because, I mean, the cards aren't negative. It's just showing you where change is needed. So let's have an Art of the Sacred Wheel card. I've got my one here from yesterday. I haven't done my cards for the day yet. Been too busy catching up with myself. So what do we need to know for Saturday the 8th of June 2024? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? Okay, just want to say before I do that, even if it's all internal work, it can be stormy when you're just doing the inner work. So, you know, it can be either, as I said before. So let's see, what do we need to know? It's very clearly you. Okay, number one, see the truth of a rising beauty. This is about going inwards. Okay, this is about connecting to you, whether it's an in and outer relationship or patterns in relationships, or it's your relationship to yourself. Okay, something's come into consciousness. You're meant to see something today. Get a realistic, realistic insight to that relationship, and then do the work to transform it. Okay, so that's your reading for today. I can see the clouds coming in and it's getting darker around me. So I'm going to end everything here. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it's resonated for you. If it has, as always, please do like, share, subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications of when I'm releasing readings. If you like a personal reading from me, then email me at the email address below the video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, from the bottom of my heart, in deep gratitude and love, thank you for watching.